Okay, here we are back in Zero Time Dilemma. So, we need to start exploring flowcharts around here. This one has apparently 4 different routes. That would make for a long video. This one is fairly simpler. It's kind of tempting because we get to see Eric as the fool. In case you can see the previous video, one thing I noticed I didn't point out is that the keywords seem to reflect something relating to the characters. So apparently Mira may be a killer, Q may be blind, Eric being a fool, 5 from the future. We'll have to see. This one looks the most tempting at the moment. And that one looks the simplest. I'll give you guys a bit of a show. Okay, commencing scenes, muting mic.
What the heck? What is this?
Take it off! I said take it off!
Ah! Open, damn it!
May you rest in peace. Skepta Orangata.
What the hell?
Huh? I thought we had died.
Huh?
A bomb on our collars exploded.
Maybe it was some kind of bad dream.
Dream? I hope that's what it was.
Huh? Why?
Nope. It won't even budge.
Ah! The hell is that?
Formaldehyde solution with...
A pig.
It's okay, Mira. I'm right here with you.
We're in the Biolab, right?
So there's a bunch of biological research here.
Jeez, this place is really creepy. Why is something like this in a bomb shelter?
Maybe the builders thought to be prepared for some kind of pandemic.
Pandemic?
An infectious disease that hits on a global scale. It's like a sudden deadly virus outbreak.
Maybe this place is an isolated location for researching all kinds of viruses like that.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe Zero put it here in order to do something to us.
Like what?
Like maybe taking the ingredients and cooking all of us a nice meal.
Ugh.
But isn't it too early for dinner?
It's been 4.5 hours since we fell asleep in the lounge.
4.5 hours. They knocked us out for quite a while.
No, not necessarily. We could have woken up a bunch of times during all that, but if Zero erased our memories...
Of course, we wouldn't remember.
No.
What's this?
Slash the pig's stomach.
Whoa! For real? Would that mean that we...
Probably.
Why? Why do we have to do something like that?
I have no idea, but it's not like we really have a choice, do we?
There's no way to leave. We're just gonna have to do what he said.
But right there they kind of highlighted what I don't like about the fragment system so far. I think this is an analyzer, but it doesn't look like the power's on. I don't think the power cord's even connected. Then I doubt we can turn it on as it is now. There's nothing on the monitor. I think we can use this computer to do research. I don't think so, let's keep looking. Chair doesn't have armor. Sound like it. I'm so ready to sink into my couch once we get out of here. Drawer doesn't want to open, there's no key for it either. Some suspicious liquid. It won't explode if we mix it, will it? Oh, like mad scientists do, right? Oh, that's an old-fashioned reference. It's popular color in nail salons. So, let's take Q's suggestion. Drag the item to combine with to the center. Man. Lame. It's clean bench, preventing contamination of samples. What kind of contamination? Microorganisms, bacteria, things that should get mixed into samples. Q knows his stuff. Looks like there's nothing else for us there. Don't think there's any point to putting that in there. What's this thing? A UV irradiator. Mostly used for drying and strengthening adhesive materials. So not for toasting your skin to a beautiful tan, then. Yep, I'm starting to feel sorry for Q. Specimen of some kind of plant. Experimental plant that can live in a polluted world. Set up for a man-eating flower from a B movie for me. Leave Audrey alone. Damn it, it's been so long since I've seen it. Is it Audrey or Aubrey? I think it's Aubrey. Seahorse specimen. What's a seahorse anyway? A kind of shrimp, starfish, snake? They're a type of fish. It's hard to tell, but they do have gills. Butterfly specimen. That's weird. I can't move it. Looks like this is the only one locked in place. What would that mean? Penguin in there. It's so sad it's there in that specimen jar. Really? It's dead, so it shouldn't really matter. Specimens everywhere. Maybe just to freak us out. If only Zero was a prankster. Stop wasting time. Follow the instructions. Four buttons, each a different color. We got the combination right. I think this would open. It's locked. Try the buttons. It won't open. Just to be thorough, I'm going to check all these because I don't know if the game would mess with us that way. Researcher's note. So let's look at the cells in the microscope. Careful examination of the green and pink liquids revealed two different cell structures. Separating the liquids results in different colors. After inspecting the separated liquids under the microscope, the cell structure is unique for each color. Give me a sec. Can't see anything. Can't see anything without a lens. Slash the pig's stomach. Why is only one piece of the model red? Did I break it? Let's take it. There's a weird hole in it. It's a heptagon. Maybe we're supposed to slash this pig? No harm in trying. Unfortunately, we don't have anything sharp. Okay, we can use this to unscrew. Cover's off. Cover of the centrifuge. Like, can we rotate these? I guess not. Oh, yes, you can. Like, I don't know which way this corresponds to stuff yet. Nothing useful. You know what, let's take that out of the inventory active spot. Okay, we got a knife. No water's coming out. Locked in place. Okay, we're right back to where we started, so it's time to start using the items we've been accumulating. Bunch of things inside. Let's take them. File on Fanatic Bio R. Incubation period for the virus is extremely short. Mortality rate is 100%. Blood eruption from the body, then death. Oh, that sounds friendly. Microscope lens. Power cord. Wonder if it's related to Tief Blau. I don't really care what they said there, to be honest. Like, I can't move the microscope. This is like a static picture. And I don't know what exactly we're supposed to be looking for there. Those are too fuzzy to see. We can't fine-tune it. Nope. Let's switch over to red, or pink. Okay, we can't actually use this at the moment. So we'll take the power cord. It was this that needed the cord. Power turned on. Can't use it yet, it's on standby mode. Will this work? Yes, it will. Analyzer's on. If we take the knife out, we can still use... Nope, knife just broke. Was there a clue? Actually, this might correspond to the combination. Okay, we haven't even gotten anything close to this yet. Has this changed? Actually, let's do this. They say I already have the hint. How do I get into my files? I don't know. That's the save. Here we go. cell structure is unique. Yeah, if we have the clue, I don't recognize it. Letters appeared on the cover. Orange, blue, white. The hitbox on this thing is so damn small. Set the dial to A, mix the liquid. Set the dial to B to separate the liquid. Place 2 test tubes of liquid into the machine. Centrifuge will mix them and output the mixture. Okay, they've separated. We have the blue and the yellow. And we need orange. Here we are. So orange, blue, white. I don't know if the order actually matters. Orange, blue, white. So, no matter how bad the situation is, solving a problem always cheers you up until you realize what this specimen actually is. What's wrong? Why are you turning your head away like that? Whoa, this just changed. What are these symbols? 5 symbols with different colors, all different. It could be a hint. So this refers to the buttons you have to push. Seahorse is supposed to be purple. I want to say the butterfly. Wait. We'll come back to this. Let's see if anything changes when I put this in place. Oh, they're right next to it. Nothing's happening. Maybe the positions are wrong. Okay, so it was bird. That was first. Plant, I want to say, was last. Does this get Let's take a look at this. Oh, I don't have to screw around too much. Okay, bird, seahorse. Oh, the butterfly doesn't move, I thought. Could the colors have something to do with it? Green. Okay, I've got those written down this time. I also want to mess with the centrifuge one last time, just in case. Is the orange the same way? Okay, let's separate these and see if the microscope has anything to give us. It's also worth noting we still have the centrifuge lid. Okay, white's first apparently. All the cells in the white liquid are by themselves. So white is solo. Blue duo. Yellow are in fives. And I pushed the wrong button. Red trio. Where was this thing again? Oh. Gotta get used to them having the stuff next to it. So white was 1, blue was 2, yellow 5, red 3. Won't lose next time. Transparent specimens. I think we can fit all these in the box. Let's find out. No, that won't work. I think that's it. Capsules. What do we need these for? Are we supposed to take them? I don't really like capsule pills. They have to be cherry flavored. Eric, you're still taking children's cough syrup, aren't you? Maybe if we mix them with something, they'll give us a clue. Well, the numbers could also play a role here. There's one set that's either all black or all empty. Oh, they're numbers. 1, 2, 3, 0, 5. But do we have any place to actually input these? Wait a second. The colors. So purple is 2. Red is 5. I'm assuming that's the plant. Blue is 3, but that one, or that's the human. And I'm missing purple. No, purple's 2. Blue 3, red 5, green 1. Okay, so if this is right, penguin's number 1. Number 2 is going to be our seahorse. Number 3 is the human. I see, that's how it goes. I'm glad you're here. Oh, it's nothing. I knew it too, of course. I noticed way before. Hey, don't ignore me. Some kind of machine came out. A fingerprint authentication device. Do we have to prove our identities now? What if the exit opens if we do it? Let's just try it out. Ow, that hurt. What the? I thought it was just one fingerprint. What is this? Is this some sort of trap? Damn it, I'm bleeding. That hurt. What's that sound? Maybe that means we passed the authentication. Yeah, look over there. The light by the sink turned on. Now we can go clean the wounds. Did anything change? We can move. Where to click? Now this one can move. Now the light's red. Did I do something wrong? Get away from there. And this is why we can't have nice things, Eric. Here we go. This thing's heavy, and it smells disgusting. Quit whining and move it. Don't you want to prove you were a man? If that wasn't formaldehyde, you shouldn't be touching that with your bare hands. You can do it, Eric. Pig in formaldehyde. It's kind of hard to cut when you're holding it, huh? It's pretty heavy, so I don't think we can. Can we actually use the glass to cut it open? Break easier from the inside. So what's left to use? Like, this looks suspicious, but I can't seem to interact with it. So the pig is in place now, but how do we cut it open? Thanks to someone, the knife's broken. Move the thing so I'm not touching it again. Chill, Eric. Let's look for something to replace the knife. There's a drawer here. A scalpel. Let's take it. I swear these people are kleptos. Pig's all set, and I have the scalpel, but where do I start cutting? Give me the scalpel, there's a trick to it. So clean. Does your family own a farm, Mira? Something like that. How suspicious. Now, let's see what's inside this thing. So we actually have enough information now to identify Mira. If you want one more hint, anatomically speaking, the closest thing to a human is a pig in terms of zoology.
17 years ago, a woman died. Her chest carved open with a sharp object. Just like that pig there. What difference? That woman was alive. Her heart was still beating as the organ was cruelly carved out of her. A male suspect was quickly caught. He must have planned to escape via taxi, as he called one before his capture. The police arrested him before he was able to utilize the waiting vehicle to flee the scene. Instead, a genius surgeon climbed inside. He was heading to the hospital, a seriously ill patient awaiting his arrival for life-saving treatment. However, the taxi got into an accident before reaching its destination. It collided with a large truck. The resulting red monster redness. Sadly, as a result of this accident, the driver and surgeon died, as well as the young boy waiting for surgery. Life is truly unfair. Don't you think?
What is the point of him telling us this story?
It's just some kind of act, right? Probably doesn't mean anything.
I'm not sure.
Now then, let's begin our game, shall we? The rules are as follows. A pig's stomach you cut open contained 3 syringes. Each of them is filled with a specific virus called Radical-6.
Radical-6?
This virus is special. It awakens a desire to kill oneself, among other things. Once infected, symptoms appear as early as 10 minutes, or take up to 2 hours. And the host soon finds the urge to commit suicide irresistible. The mortality rate is 75%. Transmitted through liquids, it's highly contagious. Oh yes, I believe you located a set of documents during your search of this room. A set of files on FBR, the fanatic Biolab virus. The mortality rate of this virus is 100%. Infection results in blood erupting from your body, then death. An antagonistic relationship exists between Radical-6 and FBR. If you were to be infected by Radical-6, it would be cancelled out with the addition of FBR, and you are unaffected. Conversely, injecting Radical-6 into you after becoming infected with FBR will cause them to destroy each other and leave no adverse effects on you.
So, a single virus is toxic, but using the other as a vaccination provides an antidote.
Now, here's an important piece of information for you. I am what you'd call a clairvoyant, one who knows the future.
What is he talking about?
If I had foreseen that you would all choose to inject Radical-6 at this moment, I would have made sure to coat FBR on the fingerprint authentication device for you. Meaning, you'd already be infected with the fanatic Biolab virus.
That device over there?
Oh, I do remember feeling something when I touched it. Like a prick.
So we were all stabbed by a poison needle?
On the other hand, if I saw that you were not going to inject yourselves with Radical-6, then I would be sure to leave the needle with you. That way, you would not become infected with fanatic Biolab.
Wait, what? What are you saying?
I'll say it once more. If all of you plan to inject yourselves with Radical-6, you already have FBR. If you are not going to inject yourselves, then you are not infected right now. Which means, in either case, you being saved is a foregone conclusion. There's no reason for you to worry about the situation. What will you do now? Inject yourselves with Radical-6, or refrain? It would be best to consider carefully. I will say that your decision is already known to me.
So wait, do we even need to choose?
Huh?
If what Zero told us is the truth, then the outcome will be the same. If we inject ourselves with this Radical-6, we're already infected with FBR. So they destroy each other and we're fine. And if we don't do it, that just means we weren't infected with FBR in the first place.
But what if it's a lie?
Huh?
He's saying, what if he's lying about being psychic? Well, if you think about it, the likelihood that he's lying is incredibly high.
So then, what do we do? What the hell do we do?
So I'm gonna stick to the classic rule of thumb, don't inject stuff strangers give you.
Maybe we shouldn't.
Yeah, right?
Care to share your reason?
After everything, the issue isn't if Zero can see the future or if he's lying. It's just like Eric said. If Zero does have that power, then it's the same either way. That means all we need to do is think about what happens if he doesn't have powers. The important thing to determine is if we're actually infected with FBR.
So you don't think we are then?
No. In fact, a virus called Fanatic Bio-R existing in the first place is very suspicious.
Radical-6 sounds just as fantastical.
No. There's no doubt that Radical-6 is real. I've heard of it before. Well, it could be that Zero wants us to become infected with Radical-6. But instead of doing it himself, for some reason he's unable to.
So he needs us to do it ourselves then.
Hey, what the?
The door!
It opened.
Let's get out of here! If we're too slow, then the door might up and close on us.
Wait, Eric!
Hey, Mira! What are you doing? We must have been right not to inject it. I still feel okay, and more importantly, the door opened for us.
There's still another possibility, you know. That Zero really does have the ability to see the future.
If it's true, then we would have been right if we had injected Pringles too.
Hey, did you tell the truth earlier?
About what?
About Radical-6 being real.
Oh, yeah.
How do you know about it?
Well, I'm not sure.
Did you get any more suspicious?
I know what I know, okay? I can't help that.
So why not share? Tell us more about this Radical-6 virus.
More. I'm not even sure where to start.
How about its name?
Oh, that's easy. Aside from triggering intense suicidal impulses, Radical-6 causes the infected's thought process to reduce by 1√6. Therefore, when 1 second passes for them, the world has gone through √6 seconds, or roughly 2.45 seconds. There is also the word radical. Aside from meaning things like extreme, it can also refer to a radical root. Get it?
Oh, so that's why it's Radical-6.
But is it really possible for thought speed to be slowed down like that?
Yep. The infected, through changes in DNA methylation and histomodification, gain epigenetic mutations in the control mechanisms of their genetic expressions.
Wait! Could you maybe simplify that, please?
Oh, the body's composition changes as a genetic switch is flipped, more or less.
A genetic...
Switch?
Let's try this. A common scientific thought until now was that parental characteristics didn't transfer. Recent research has changed that. We now know that they can be by flipping certain genetic switches. Well, regardless of what kind of experiences the parents had to go through, their DNA blueprints won't change. But within that expansive DNA coding, the question of what should be read seems to change based on experience. The change becomes especially apparent when the parents' lives are in danger.
Like maybe if someone was trapped in a shelter and forced to risk their life.
So, if Eric and I did the horizontal tango right now, the baby might end up psychic.
What?
Anyway, so if Radical-6 really does flip the genetic switch... Hey, are you listening?
Yeah. So, you're basically saying this Radical-6 virus is super dangerous, right?
Yes, there's no doubt it is. So, Zero said earlier that Radical-6 transmits through bodily fluids and is highly infectious. If someone infected with the virus was to go outside, then mankind, 6 billion people, will die.
6 billion?
Now announcing the current casualties. C-Team, Carlos, Akane, Junpei. These 3 are now deceased.
They had it
As
coming.
a result, 3 X-passes will be revealed. Fire, crash, 5. That is all.
What the hell? C-Team is dead?
It's obviously because of the vote.
The vote?
At 13:30.
Then... But wait, did everyone from C-Team really die? We haven't seen their corpses or anything. They might still be alive.
No, they're dead. I'm sure of it.
Why?
Because...
He's right. I don't think they're alive.
You too, Mira? What do you think, old man? C-Team's gotta be alive, right?
What are you doing, Eric? He's not gonna answer you.
Hey, you don't know. Maybe he...
can speak?
Now it is time for you to sleep.
0.
When next you wake, know you will have no memory of these past 90 minutes. Pleasant dreams.
Okay, so to explain a couple things there was actually some pretty important information shed. Because of the information Q knows about Radical-6, I've now identified him, and I'm not going to say it because some of you probably want to be surprised. But Radical-6 played an important role in Virtue's Last Reward, if you haven't played that. As a result, everyone inside of the third Nonary game was infected with it. Apparently, probably to neutralize this virus so that they could play the game. Maybe also to mess with some stuff. I don't know the full significance quite yet. But if you're coming here from Virtue's Last Reward, we can now identify Q. So next order of business is to go through and actually choose to inject it. I am going to have to take a break before I can make the choice, though. So once that pops up, I will stop for a moment.
Let's do it.
Why?
Care to share your reason?
After everything, the issue isn't if Zero can see the future or if he's lying. It's just like Eric said. If Zero does have that power, then it's the same either way. That means all we need to do is think about what happens if he doesn't. Our fate can go 4 different ways if that's the situation. If we are infected with FBR, and we inject ourselves with Radical-6, or not. If we aren't infected with FBR, and we inject ourselves with Radical-6, or not. The important thing we need to remember, though, is the mortality rates. Zero said the casualty rate is 75% for the Radical-6 virus. And we saw in the files that death is 100% confirmed for Fnatic Bio-R. So we can use that to determine. It's clear which option is best, right?
I see. The probability that we're infected with FBR is 2 to 1, which means if we inject Radical-6, our survival rate is half of 125, 62.5%.
And if we don't inject it, then our chance is sitting at 50%.
Any objections? Then we know what to do. Okay, here we go. Ready? And...
So are we good? Did we do the right thing?
The lab door opened afterwards, so we must have.
Do you feel any different?
No, not really.
So, I guess?
Hey, Eric. I've thought this before, but, well, your laugh is kind of strange.
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess this is, well, sort of a bad habit I've had since I was a kid.
What do you mean?
Issues at home, I guess.
Was your family difficult?
That's just it. We were completely normal. A kind mom, a clumsy dad, and an annoying little brother.
Dear, what's wrong?
I'm not sure. They've just been crying.
Hey, you two. Mind telling Mommy why you're crying?
Chris broke my toy!
No! It was your fault, Aaron!
Chris, Eric, listen to me, okay? When painful or sad things happen, people get angry or cry because of them. But even at those times, I want you to never forget to smile.
Smile?
Yes, smile. No matter how painful things get, as long as you can face it with a smile, happiness will come to you. Smiles have a strange power.
Really?
Yes, really. And that's not all. A smile can make everyone all around you happy too.
You too, Mommy? You'll be happy too?
Of course. So why don't you two stop fighting and show Mommy your smiles?
Okay.
Yeah!
Sure are something else. Hey, what about me? Can Daddy get some smiles too?
Oh dear, it looks like Daddy's lonely, you two. Let's all give him a whole lot of smiles.
Okay.
Get over here for a hug. Oh, you've gotten big.
Me too. Me too.
Okay, okay. Come at me. I'm ready.
Yay! Mom always told us to never forget to smile. She'd never hurt a bug. Not even if a line of ants crossed her path. She was that kind and gentle. She was incredible. And when we lost her, that's when Dad changed.
Shut the hell up! Who said you can fucking cry?
Chris!
Oh, Jesus, Eric! Can't you even look after your shitty little brother?
I'm sorry! I'm sorry! Forgive me! Please forgive me!
God. Fucking kids. Hey, go find someone to get me beer.
Don't cry. Don't get mad. You better always smile, was what Dad liked to say. But unlike Mom, He was never not angry with us. Eventually, I figured out how to smile, regardless of what was going on. Just smiling day in and day out. No fun. Not happy. I'd be made fun of, or yelled at. And no matter the pain, no matter how bad it was, I never raised my voice. I just kept smiling. I didn't stop, even after Dad fell ill and died. So I guess the two smiles, one taught by my mom, and one forced by my dad, got kinda mixed up, and the result is what I pasted on my face.
Eric, she's...
I've never talked to anyone about all of this before, but... Mira, will you still love me? Even with me being like this?
How dumb can you get?
Yeah, you're right. I didn't even have to ask, did I?
Eric, thanks for sharing that.
It wasn't like I did it for you or anything. It just sort of came out, that's all.
Yeah, still, thanks.
To tell the truth, I just didn't want to end up like my father. So I forced my mouth to keep smiling through everything. But it's no use. The worst part of me still came to the front after we got trapped here. I pushed all of that on you, too.
Don't worry about it. I'm alright.
Okay.
So, you never mentioned you had a younger brother.
Yeah. About your age, more or less.
What? We're the same age? Oh, maybe we could be friends. Would it be okay if I met him after we get out?
Well... anyway, sorry I turned the mood dark.
You turn the mood. Oh, your jokes always crack me up, Eric.
Huh?
I mean, to think that was dark. You really have a sense for these things. And don't worry, listening to it was a lot of fun.
Wait a minute. What makes you think that was all a joke?
Uh-huh.
It was such a sad story. He just told us he's been holding in this painful past the whole time. How is that a joke?
Oh, I just didn't think to make a mistake like that.
A mistake?
I'm so sorry. I've always been clumsy. It's at times like these that I don't even know how to look, you know?
Clumsy?
Hey, Eric. Can you tell me?
Mira?
What? No. Mira? Why did you... What's wrong with you, Mira? Stop! Stop this! No!
Okay. So, to explain a bit. From the clue that we got in the previous video with the incineration room, Mira's keyword was kill, as in she is a killer. And this kind of verified what I was hinting at a little while ago. Now, from the way she reacted, unable to properly read expressions, that means one of two things. The harmless one is that she could be on the autism spectrum, in which case she would just lack empathy that way. That one's not too bad. You can live a perfectly normal life with that, and it's not too much of an issue. Then the far more sinister route is psychopathy or sociopathy, which means she is very much able to kill, just like you saw there. Now, apparently you can move forward both routes, which makes me wonder... I'm going to save the speculation. I'm going to put the break here, and I will continue with a Q video the next time, because I want to see if it's going to place in this tree, or if we're going to be landing in a different one. We'll see. But anyway, until then, I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.